drummingforlife.com. Here at drummingforlife.com. Aloha. Hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to share with you part 3 in my 3-part series about trading 4s and 8s and soloing. Today is all about soloing. Now, if you didn't already subscribe, please subscribe to the channel. I'd love to stay connected to you. And like this video and any other video, and leave comments, because I read all my comments and I usually follow up quickly, and I love to just keep the communication flowing about something that we both love very much, drumming and music. So today is part 3, and I'm going to be using the concepts that I shared with you in parts 1 and 2. If you didn't already check out parts 1 and 2, go back and check them out, because it'll help you understand what I'm doing today. And what I'm going to be using today is a 12-bar blues form. And you might have seen a video at the beginning of me playing along with a drumless track, and that happens to be the Route 66 drumless track, just the bass only mix from my Trading 4s and 8s drumless track practice system. And that's available at the Von Barons at vonbaronstore.com, at my Von Baron store. So without further ado and to-do and whatevers, go get them. So today we're going to extend what we talked about in the first 2 lessons. Again, we're going to be thinking bebop phrasing. So remember, it's that's bebop phrasing. The other part is, think like Charlie Parker, think like a horn player. And the second part is about, I talked about singing. Singing is really important, so we're going to be doing a lot of singing today. And the second thing, the second part of this, is we're going to be working with 2 things, okay? Repetition and space. And I'm going to say that again and again and again. Repetition. Again and again and again. Repetition. Again and again and again. Repetition is not a bad thing. Repetition is a very cool thing, and it takes you down some really interesting roads to create some really neat and unique things. And today I'm going to use a blues song form to solo over and to demonstrate this. And the thing about blues is that repetition is king. So you listen to any great blues, any great players playing blues, and they're just going to repeat the same stuff because it's so hip and so cool, and it just feels good. So they use the same kind of motifs, the same kind of ideas again and again and again. You hear that throughout blues music, regardless of whether it's rock blues or Delta blues or jazz blues, doesn't matter. It's all that kind of repetition that makes it really kind of glue together, and because it creates a cohesive sound and a wonderful sound, and it really feels good. So we're going to use the blues to kind of demonstrate that, and you can of course take this approach and you can apply this to 32 measure song forms and other things, but today we're going to focus on the blues. So I'm going to just start right off the bat. I'm going to just do some playing for you. So, and I've already got a kind of a melody in my head. See, I'm just singing and playing the same blues riff over and over and over again. Now, that's one way to do it. That's one way you can do it. And notice there's also, naturally, there's space in there. Okay? One of the things, again, you want to avoid doing, and I talked about this in the second video, is you want to avoid like continuously playing. Okay? So don't do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, That's okay, but it doesn't have any space. There's no breath to it. There's not a phrase. So think about, again, this is a conversation you're having with the rest of the musicians in the band. So if you're trading choruses, the first thing we learned about was trading 4s and 8s. Now we're trading choruses, okay? So if we're trading choruses, we have a lot more time to kind of think about what we want to play and create a really interesting kind of monologue that's related to what's been said before and is going to connect us to where we're going next. So if I'm playing continuously, and there's no space, there's no breath. That's not a conversation. Nobody speaks that way. Everyone has to breathe when they talk. So the drumming is no different, especially when you're soloing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. My brush got cut on my pants there, but the thing I also did was I changed it a little bit the second time. Now let's go into that. Again, we're gonna try to leave some space, and we're gonna do repetition. All right. Now the thing you can do is you can actually kind of have like an A and a B version of the same kind of idea. So if I'm 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here that was just a little bit different, just a little bit different, but it's cool and it's hip, right? But it still is related to what I was saying before. So one of the things you also want to think about, and this is part of being successful in music, and I'm just going to say this is something that sometimes musicians and drummers don't like to hear this, but it's really important. If you play stuff that's kind of a little bit repetitive, you know who else is going to really appreciate that? Is the audience. And one of the realities that we have to encounter is that this is not a self-serving endeavor. Certainly, I love playing drums, and I do it for myself because I love the way it feels, and I love playing drums, and I've loved playing drums for a long time. But when I go and play a performance and for a live audience, I'm also just a little bit conscious, not overly conscious, just a little bit conscious about the listener and wanting to play something that's really going to hook them in. Because if I can hook them in, that means they're going to come back again, and they're going to pay money to come and see me play. And this is important, okay? You want to give them a little bit like a little Skittles trail. Like, here, we're going this way. And they kind of come along, and they enjoy the journey with you. So I want you to just think that way, take one idea, and maybe just change it a little bit the second time. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, so. Now I played it a little bit different on the end too. So you can just take one kind of idea, okay, and you can then shape it and mold it in different ways, and you can kind of create your chorus that way. Now the nice thing about practicing over a blues in the beginning is learning how to do this is that it's short, okay? It's kind of bite-sized. And it's also divided, if you just think of it like, it's like basically 3 4-measure phrases. You got 3 4-measure phrases, and you're going to take those phrases and you're going to fill them with something that's related. All right? So that's a real nice kind of down dirty, easy way to think about doing your choruses. So let's check out another example now of me playing along with that Route 66 bass track, and maybe give you some more ideas about what you can do. enjoyed that as much as I did, I just love sharing these videos with you. And don't forget to leave some comments, subscribe, like the video, and let's stay connected. All right. So, as I always say, well, first of all, lately I've had to say, please be safe. All right. And the other thing I always say is, keep on drumming. Take care.
drummingforlife.com